All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and share that. And we're just going to do that. All right, so you should see that.
It's loading right now.
All right, let me know when you see the full.
Yeah, I see it. I see it now.
All right, perfect. All right, so joined here. This is Doc Staples, Jason Staples here with Dontavious Jackson. We're going to take a look
Yes,
at the
sir.
film on the Florida State legend, I should say, or at least maybe not legend, but a dang good multi-year starter for a lot of time. It's hard to be a legend at Florida State.
Most definitely, especially the guys that came before me and
Yeah.
and wore that jersey before me. I'm just honored to be in some of those conversations.
Yep, but very good linebacker who's coaching now and has some will have some things to say, I think, about the defense here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. So we're gonna bust through some of these plays pretty quickly. We're gonna get to some of the problem plays just so that we can kind of rant on this and talk about what's going wrong. But first play here, you know, they're basically they're running down into these reduced split things, just trying to get these crackdowns, and they're trying to isolate your corner and make him tackle and contain. I gotta say, Rawls has been good this year.
Right, and I don't personally think that they're attacking routes. I think they're attacking our edges. Now
Yeah,
with that, that's making the corner tackle, but they're specifically going more at our edges,
yeah,
not at our corners.
yeah, absolutely. And the big thing here, the reason they're wanting to go with those edges is because these guys have been wrecking things inside. They didn't get anything when they ran inside this game, but
Right.
they were able to get whatever they wanted as soon as they got into the C gap D gap area. And this play again, Rawls is taking care of business there. If he doesn't make that play, that goes for a while.
It
But
goes for a long time.
you can
So
anything you notice here?
so with this, I'm watching Herring right here. And when you feel this down block, especially from a receiver, you can't go under that. You have to run through his face. Hopefully, you get some drive back and you make him fall in the 53. But you're running yourself out of the play, dipping your shoulder inside, and you're not helping your cornerback at all.
Yeah, I believe there's a word for that. It's soft. That's the soft play from Herring. All right, let's move to the next one. So here they're gonna motion into again into a your
Condensed
fib
formation,
condensed bunch
mhm,
here. So you're getting formation into the
the
boundary with
boundary.
that
Yes,
condensed
sir.
bunch. So let's take a look here.
Great play by Rouse.
Yep.
I think he's been top two players on our defense all year
I think he's been in that discussion. I mean, I think Jackson has been the best.
for sure.
Six has been the best, but I think beyond that, I mean, Lyons has had his moments, and then you probably have to say, I think you're probably right that Rawls is in that discussion, probably top three player,
Yes, sir.
maybe top two. So when I did this the first time, I noted that they're running a little levels concept here, where you're getting a little stick route here and then a curl behind it. The
Yep.
problem that I see, there's no matching here, and
Yep.
you learned to pattern match when you were playing backer,
Mm-hmm.
and you know somebody has to match to get to the middle of the field. I mean, this right here is taken
It's
advantage of the entire game.
and it's been like that for the last 3 weeks. So I would say, so with these drops right here for what we're doing. So with Herring, they want him to bite. So what he's doing right now, biting down on that running back, and they have that levels concept running right behind him. They want him to bite down on that so they can throw that. That's read number one.
Yep, yep. And
So
he's just
uh,
taking this because it's easy right up front. But later on,
right,
this right here is what they're taking precisely because he's not getting up underneath it. And
right.
the thing is, if he sinks with this and then they throw this,
We
you
can
still
rally
have
to
two
that.
guys right here where you can go in and you can at least make him feel it.
Right. Right. Like we used to say, don't bite the cheese. We'll rally to the flats and we'll rally to the short throws.
Yep. Good tackle there though. again, Rawls is not the guy you want to attack on this defense.
Most definitely. And I think most teams are seeing that when they watch the film.
Once
Another
again,
condensed. We're gonna see this all year.
because they haven't defended it.
Right.
You saw that they struggled the couple times that Bama did anything against it. They struggled against it there, and then Virginia just lived in this, and
Uh
then Miami
Virginia,
came in and did the same.
yeah, Virginia. So Virginia exposed us with the intermediate passes, the formation into the boundary and condensed formations, and out of the backfield stuff like that. They exposed us with that, and we're going to see that every week until we stop it. And even after
They're
we
also
stop it, we're going to see it.
they're also four strong here, which
Mhm.
I think
Yep,
FSU's been misaligning to a bunch. They
yep,
basically get out leveraged all the time to that edge. Now in this one, they're in a what is this, Palms? Yeah, this well, they're not. I don't think it's Palms because they're not actually reading it. This is just straight cover two,
right.
but
And
that means you
and
got your hard corner.
And see, the thing with this play is we have to, and this is where I went to when I was conversating with a few people about what's going on. Situational awareness. So right here we have one eligible player to the boundary. We have three people over here. So we have Rouse, we have our safety, we have Heron. Right, they're overloaded to the field. Heron should be looking for the first thing coming from the field.
Right.
Get his
His eyes should be right here to number three, reading
right
through number three
and
right
working
there.
towards them, and also
Yep.
working towards them.
Yep. Yep. And then he should be carrying this. The reason that, at this point, if you're the corner here, because they're four strong, there's nothing that's coming out here.
Nothing at all. You have
And
no
so you
work.
don't have to worry about that. You should be kind of on his hip and just play that because you've got deep help, and then that should allow him to come inside. And this is not like hardcore pattern matching. This is just, even if you're a spot drop team, you should not be spot dropping just to nothing. But
Right,
they've been doing it a bunch, and it
a
just drives me
bunch.
crazy.
And yeah, with a lot of our zones drops, they're dropping to a spot on the grass, and like my coach used to always tell me, every coverage eventually turns into man. Whether it's cover three, cover four, whatever it cover two, it eventually turns into man if you're matching correctly.
Yeah,
And
and this one here, you notice he actually does get over. He's about two steps late.
yeah,
It's just poor eyes.
mm-hmm.
And
And and
here, what do you see here?
as far as the rush lanes, first off, we can't run past the quarterback at the top by James. We got to sit that down.
Yep,
That's one of the biggest things that's causing all of these lanes that we've been seeing the quarterbacks take advantage of, even since UVA.
yep,
Once he realizes that he's not going to beat him, he has to sit him down and press that tackle into that pocket and condense the pocket. Because all he's doing is widening the gaps, and no matter how good someone plays or how good they are on that rep, with a gap that big, Caden Proctor can run through it,
yep.
like
And and
Bama.
and the thing is, the way that this should work, I mean, the way you coach your DNs is essentially, if you're going to try to beat him with speed, then and you get that shoulder, you get that edge, you can dip that shoulder and you get underneath, but your sort of drop dead zone, you don't get any deeper than here,
Right. You
right?
never
You
went
you
past
see
the
the back of
quarterback.
the drop. Back here, you're useless.
Yep.
And if as soon as he matches you here, this is speed to power.
Speed to power. Yep. You hit it right on the head. He
And
should be
that's
he power. His speed should go right into power and condense that pocket. Now that lane isn't there.
Yep. And what you
That
do is that near leg, near shoulder, that long arm comes in here, speed to power, and as you've got him kind of right there, he's off balance. Right here, this is where you get a guy like Jared Verse, goes speed to power, and
yeah,
he's going
and
to
put
take
him on
this
his
guy
back.
right into his lap.
Yep.
And that this has been the biggest problem, like you said with James all season, is that he's just been running around guys, and there's a lack of physicality there that kills you. Now this is okay, I think, from Desir. It's
For
not
sure.
bad in terms of hands, But the problem is, and something that I think Pitt did a great job of in this game, they recognize that Florida State's defensive tackles will get wide into that B gap. And if you
For
watch what
sure.
their guards do, their guards just turn everything out. So
Yep.
he's fine. He just wants to make contact and then turn and just take him.
And
And
let
for
him
Des
ride his momentum.
right, and for Desir, the thing here, you see how he's got like all that weight is on that outside leg, and he's lost all leverage.
Right.
He's got to get that leg in the ground. The hands are fine here, I think. But if he gets that leg in the ground just a little bit more and presses it, I think he can
And
actually
and
compress this without
and
losing his space.
and to do that, he has to square back up. Because
Yep.
once he turns, now you got to get back square.
Yep.
Because now he could just push you out, just like
Yep.
he
Which
just
he
did,
does. And now,
and widens that lane.
yep. And now you have pornography. You've got two guys in one hole here. You have two guys back here in the same gap, essentially. And there's nobody in any of the other gaps.
Yep.
And, I know one defensive coordinator who says, we don't have pornography on our defense. It's the way it works. You always have just one you take care of one gap.
Right.
But
Gap assignment.
but the other thing here is if you look at this, these guys, this needs to compress. He's got to meet. He's trying to run around here.
Yeah.
He's got to meet this with power.
Yep. And so once that stunt doesn't work, and you see the guard like Omar said, you see the guard is prepared for the inside move. Now instead of trying to rip or speed past him or go off balance like he just did, now is the time where you have to sit it down
Yep.
and use that power. And just like James should have, the speed to power. Okay,
Yep.
now
Speed to power and get that hand up too.
yep, because if he throws it, you can knock it down. And if you speed the power, now that gap isn't there. The gap he
Yep.
just ran through isn't there.
Yep. And the other thing here with Herring, if he's actually on his if he adjusts a little bit to the quads and gets over here a little quicker, he's not
He's
actually moving this direction when the quarterback comes out.
exactly. He's going
He's
straight downhill.
he should be here already. Instead of working this way now
Yep.
he can come straight down to that inside leg and take him out 2 yards earlier.
Yep.
It's just poor. There's so many problems. All right, let's move to the next one. Oh, this is the fourth down play. So once again, you got this is not compressed bunch, but they're sort of tight-ish bunch, and they're just trying to get this on this.
Yep. And we're gonna see that all for the rest of the year. They want to take advantage of our backers. And to me, this is bad communication and bad coaching by us. I'm gonna tell you why.
He
This
should be there.
it looks like we're trying to run man on this fourth down.
Yep.
If I and I don't disagree with the man call, but if we're gonna man in bunch formations,
Yep.
we have to banjo. So
Yep.
so this right here, Blake should be taking that third receiver. Edwin should be attacking that receiver going to the flats, and now the wide receiver two is Earl's man.
Yep.
But
Yep.
instead, everybody stays locked on, and instead of going over the top, Blake goes under, which has been
Yep.
killing us all year too.
Yep. And they've
He
been
go,
doing this all season, and I don't understand why they don't banjo this. It dri-
I,
it,
I,
it
I,
drives me crazy.
it's been driving me insane, man. It's been driving me insane. Like if we banjo this right here,
It's dead.
we may have a pick six.
Yeah. Yeah.
We if we may have a pick six.
Because right here, like he should be standing right here, and he should be pointing, yelling in,
In. Yep.
and then he should be seeing in. He should be yelling in, and now as soon as he yells in, he's looking for the next, and then he's looking. As soon as you
And
get
he's
number two going
flashing
in,
down there.
you just look through number two, look through number three, find number four. You're right here. You don't leave your landmark, and then you come straight downhill. There, I
Straight
mean, this is
downhill.
this
Either a
is
kill shot or a pick.
this is easy football. This is high school. I know, you're coaching high school ball now.
I
I
agree.
know you're coaching your guys to do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This
I
is
can.
this is high school.
I agree. I definitely agree.
And I do wonder a little bit. It seems to me like some of these guys, like he looks slower than he did early in the season. Some of these
Uh,
guys look like they've run their legs out a little bit, and I wonder about kind of what they're doing week in, week out right now.
and honestly, that's I've been wondering too because Blake is one of our faster LBs, if not the fastest LB we have. So just looking at our guy, and even Elijah looked so much faster week one against Bama. He
Yeah,
was
you got to
flashing
wonder.
off the screen.
So, I mean, what this is one of those things where you wonder just in terms of the training in season, what are they doing that has them looking like they're running in quicksand? Also makes me wonder if maybe a bye week does actually help them there, depending on how they're training. So once again, you got a quad look.
Yep.
Get the right.
Overloaded
There
look,
we go. Yep.
flare screen.
So here it looks like they're a little better aligned, but still here's the problem, or one problem. How many guys do you have on this side that are eligible?
You have what? I don't think there's any. I
There's
don't,
none.
there's none.
They've got an ineligible here, right? So he's ineligible because he's on the line and he's covered.
And we have
And you have a guy
three
covering
guys.
him,
And we have three guys over there. We have a
and you have
safety.
three guys on this side.
That's bad ball. That's bad ball. It's no way around it. That's bad ball. We have four. We actually have. Well, he's covered up, so he can't run around. But
Right.
we still have four options to this side.
There's your four.
We had so
So,
we have so we're basically in man if you look at it like this because we only have four guys over here when we
yep,
should have the advantage in numbers just off alignment.
yep.
Like
And the way
why I wonder why he's on the hash. Is that Elijah?
yeah, that's Elijah, and I think he should be here.
Yes, the back is to the field. It's
Yep.
quads to the field.
Yep.
Why are you on the hash?
Yep. He should be in here. And that extra 3, 4 yards makes a huge difference.
Huge difference. It's been killing us all season. That's the difference between a 3rd and 7 and a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Yeah. And here's the thing. He's dropping. Who are you covering?
Who- we're
What are you
drop like
doing?
we're dropping the grass. We're
Yeah,
not.
and here's the other thing. I just want to ask you, if you're a backer here and you notice formation that there's nobody covered over here, that's what should tell you, okay, somebody over here is going to be ineligible. You identify him as ineligible. As a backer, what is your immediate thought on what this play about 60% of the time is going to be?
So I'm thinking flare screen off the rip before I even see it, or I'm thinking something quick bubble-ish to the field. So
This or this?
what I would do if I was Elijah right now, I'm telling Blake to bump out one more yard, and I'm scooting over myself, and I'm telling him to be prepared. They're coming.
Yep.
It's either a screen or it's going to be or something quick like a
Yep.
slant. And if I'm Elijah, I'm telling Blake attack the screen.
Yep.
I got the quick slant. I
Yep.
got
Yep, I got hook. I got hook. Go, go, go. Why? Because if he gets downhill on this, and let's say it's this, right?
it.
Let's say you get that little tunnel type screen. Well, okay, you're coming straight downhill to that. If you get the flare here, you're coming straight downhill to that. If you're getting a little bubble, you're coming straight
Right
downhill and you're
down here.
forcing everything. This should be an auto check for the defensive coordinator to have in where, okay,
I agree.
ineligible to this side, that player in here, let's, at that point, that means that we should have our extra here and he should be in a go position to take care of whatever flare type stuff is going to come because it's going to come. He's got to sit. He's there to block.
Right. And at some point, because we're going to get this so much, to help them out, we may have to start point, especially in bunch formations, tight bunch formations, we may have to start, you know, pressing the point
Yeah, yeah. Now
because
in
a lot of
this
times we
one you don't,
want,
need to do that, but
not for sure, but
here, just take a look at the one, two. You had two read steps there, and he's late, and now he's blocked.
yep. And he also cuts off Jerry, who has a great read and who reacts great to this play.
Yeah, because Jerry here, I guarantee you, is seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
Ineligible, go.
Yep.
So he's right. But now, once again, you got two guys in the same
Same.
gap. He should be downhill and splitting
Yep.
this. And then if he's in his proper spot here, he's got the alley.
Right. And the thing with this is another thing with this is
This guy right
Blake
here, man.
Blake has to go kill that blocker. You can't run around him. You cannot look at all the space. If you have to run through that and send him. Remember that the 12 man is the sideline.
Yep.
You have to force that outside. You have help outside and he's playing it well. You cannot run around that block and widen that gap. And that's exactly what we do. And
Yep.
he cuts right off the tight end's ass.
Yep. And here's the thing. If you're a backer, you have to love this contact.
For
You have to
sure.
want that. You have to want to blow this guy up. This is the one opportunity you get to really do some targeting without it getting called on you.
Right. You gotta make him not want to come out and block no more.
Right. But the thing is, if he's aligned right, if he's here, and then he just kind of takes this correctly, this is no gain because he should be right here
Yep.
already,
Yep.
and then he should be identifying right now. I'm coming downhill.
And then my problem is
He should be right here right now.
go back to what the quarterback in the throwing motion. Look, why aren't we balls to the wall right now? He's just now reacting, and the running back is catching the ball already.
I I don't understand. And
Now he's
you get 11 yards.
11 yards off of a play that should have been a tackle for a loss or no gain at best.
That's brutal.
Condensed formation again. It looked like they're communicating a little bit right here.
Oh yeah, this is that corner uh that little corner sail they like. They like running this to the high corner
Hmm.
here and then going a little sail concept underneath that to try to turn that corner. This is a tough cover actually.
This is definitely a great design play by them. But my thing also here,
Man,
what are
he's
we
close
doing
here,
at
buddy.
LB? What are we doing at LB? This if we're running a 2-on-1 funnel, Blake
Oh
should
man.
not be running with this all the way out here. He comes from Blake's side, but he crosses his face. He should pass that off, and now Blake becomes the whole player.
Yep.
Instead, Blake has to run across the field all the way across the field. And if he would have hit the running back, he would probably would have got a first down because he had about 2-3 yards on Blake, and we've already been running with our feet in the sand. So I'm not sure he tackles him before the first down.
And here's the other question. I mean, if they are going with a funnel here, I don't know what he's doing
Right. He co-
because
he the running back instantly comes out of the backfield and crosses face.
yeah,
I,
so
I don't know who
I'm
he's
not sure if they're
dropping to.
funneling.
I don't know who he's looking at. I don't know what he's dropping to. He just out there right now.
It
And
looks to me like they might be matching this a little for the first time. And if that's the case, then I think the way that they're doing this, I think Blake is kind of manned up here. If that it may be the case, in which case he's got to be back in the hole.
right.
And really he should be kind of dropping and maybe matching here, I would think.
But that's what I when I go back to the getting out coached and getting out scheme. So if we're running man on the running back, if you want Blake to cover him, they're not going to give us what we want.
Yeah.
So
He's reading
uh,
the
so
eyes.
so from off the rip, we should be communicating. If it's man on the back, that is 2-on-1, because if it just doesn't make sense for Blake to go all the way across the field. It just doesn't make sense when we have a backer sitting right there with no responsibility who could come down and is actually in better position to take that route.
Yeah. And once again here, you've got a where are they attacking? They're attacking this edge right here. They want to get
Hmm.
to that C gap. Now, this is
Why I don't was this a stunt? Why are we going? Yeah, this had to be a stunt because it's on. We're doing it on both sides of the D line. This is
yeah,
a
this is
poorly,
ET.
yeah,
But
poorly time called stunt. But
yep,
this is where backers have to make their D line right.
right.
This
Yeah,
is
the
where
issue here is he's got A off of this, right? And
what
so he's
go
gonna
back.
have to take this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go to the other side.
he def so Blake definitely has that A gap.
Yeah, he's got that.
And if we're gonna stunt like this, our edges have to be solid. Whoever's coming around, who's ever looping around, has to be solid. You can't get washed inside like that. So I think who was that? Who was that at DT? Though it looks like that's McCray who was supposed to come out, or is that Lyons? I can't see his. No, that's
That's Desir.
that's the seer.
Yep.
So he should actually be looping around right now. You see how Daryl does? Look, watch Daryl, and then watch the seer.
Yeah. The way that I think this should be taught. Let's take a look at the other side and see if they're doing it better. Okay, so I'm not sure if they have this reversed because here you've got an ET, so end first, and then here you got what might be a TE. But if this is a TE, if you look at how he attacks, he's attacking the opposite shoulder. He's trying to get to this shoulder hard
Right.
and then let him loop around. He gets
Yeah.
he gets erased here. He never even gets to here. He's got to get out here early to let that loop if that's what you're doing. I think that's what they're trying to do, but boy, that's bad.
And the thing what makes this play so worse, and I love the Desire Twins, but what this play is bad off the rip because of our leverage and our pad level,
Yep. Yeah, pad level's not good here across the board.
and that's why we get
Actually,
washed,
that's not bad.
and we on the edge we get washed, and then that's exactly where they're trying to go. We got to get our pad level down and play with our hands. We
Yeah.
have to play with our hands.
First step is up, and then
Yep,
he's a little high there. Yeah, that's way too high.
way too high. He never recovers
Good play by
early.
by Earl there.
Yes, sir. Coming down, being that eraser.
Okay, that's actually pretty decent there.
That's a good.
Finally got a play here.
Yep, that's a good play by Juice. Force the pitch, get over the top. That's a good play. Blake was in position to play the pitch. That's a good play.
Yeah.
I like the physicality by Juice, not just letting that tight end chip him.
Yeah, what we saw from Nicholson earlier was he was so in a hurry to get downhill to where he wanted to go that he's just letting himself get blocked further down. What's so
Right.
good here is he feels that pressure, and what do you do with
And
pressure?
fights it with pressure.
You fight pressure with pressure. So now that allows you to get your guy over the top.
Yep.
Unlucky that they didn't recover this. They've been super unlucky with fumble bounces.
Yeah, the Earl's punch out, man. That was crazy.
You actually had one of the least lucky fumble recovery efforts I've ever seen.
Yeah, man. I get hell for that play to this day.
Yeah, there's not much, doesn't get much worse than that one.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes
That
the
one
ball
hurt.
just doesn't. It's an oblong ball, it just doesn't bounce the right way. All right, let's
And
see.
that I'm not gonna throw my teammate under the bus, but Levante Taylor actually hit the ball out of my hands that
I
play.
I know,
All right, so
and
was
it was an
this
effort
was
play on his part. Let's be honest, but
facts? Was this a third down?
yeah. Let's see. We got 3rd and 13.
Okay,
So this is you get off the field here.
right.
So you just got a tray formation. So This is fine, actually. I like that he's on the hash here and that you got a
Hmm.
little bit of width. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yep. I feel like he could have got a little bit wider, but
Have him right about here.
yeah, just because that they have three on this, they have that tight end. Well, they
Well,
have
because the
four
fourth.
actually.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah, with
four.
the running back. So
Yeah.
I think Blake should have been a little
Bump
wider.
him right to there.
Hmm. Because he could still play the B or C gap
Yep.
from right there.
Yeah. What I don't like is that we're playing this deep. I mean, it's
Definitely.
third and 13. What I don't like though is you see the first steps are backwards
Hmm.
from both guys.
From both
And
guys.
I mean, that's
And and they continue to flow when there's work in front of them. We have to sit that down right there. So if I'm Blake, I'm finding the sticks. I'm sitting right there. That make that true freshman quarterback throw that hard ball right over me. That's a true freshman quarterback. I'm going to get to the sticks right there, just inside that hash.
lost you there. So we'll go ahead and pause this for a sec. And I'm gonna go back to we're back to recording. All right. So yeah, we're here. You were saying get up underneath this a little bit more. And
Yep,
then again,
and stop right at the sticks. Make
yep.
that quarterback throw that pass over us, and then if he can't, like he doesn't, throw it in front of us, come downhill and make the tackle.
Now the thing that drives me crazy here, and in my initial film review, and I recorded just myself watching it the first time. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is that. You see him get on the back of his heels here. You can't do that.
You can't, you can't,
I mean,
and
let's look at this from the other angle.
that's also not using the sideline as your friend.
So, how would you coach this?
Well, first off, the way he's breaking down, he's too high. He's breaking down too far. He's giving the receiver too much of an option. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
come downhill immediately. Stop. He's gathering 6 yards away. Come downhill immediately and take that away. If he wants to run, take the inside away. If he wants to run outside of you and run toward the sideline, that's fine. But giving him that much space and that much opportunity towards the sideline is not it. So he has to condense that angle, taking the inside foot. So you see how he hesitates? Right now, Zero has a two-way go.
Yep.
And that's what gives him the extra yardage. If he
And he
takes away
feels
the
this
inside
two-way
and
go.
just forces him to go outside, that's we get off the field.
Yep, he feels this two-way go because of that space. The way I always think about this is in basketball, if you play too far off a guy, he has that two-way go, and then it's hard. But like let's say you got a one-on-one in a fast break situation. What you want to do is you want to attack that guy to close it down to get to his body
Right.
so that now you can steer him in the direction that you want, and he's going to have to make a contested shot at least. And to
Yep.
me, as soon as you get on your heels here, you've slowed yourself down, and now he's at speed and you're moving slow.
Yep.
So if he
And
can just come
we're already at a disadvantage because this is one of their faster, quicker guys.
right. So the way I think about this is you want to actually come down the numbers here, sort of
Yep.
coming at that inside
Inside
hip or
hip.
a little inside the inside hip, but you don't lose your speed. You want to come right there at that point and then just kind of angle him
Yep.
because then at that point you just squeeze him and you turn this into just squeeze to the sideline and you escort him out of there. As soon as you do this, you're
He
dead.
got you. He got you as soon as you do that.
You're just not being an athlete.
Yep.
And that's
Turn into a first down or a 4th and 1, which we've been bad at all year. Go to
yep.
goal and
Fourth
short line. I mean short yardage.
So 4th and 1, and you've got two tights here. You've got a tight there. So your three tights. You got jet motion. So there are a couple things that this could be with the jet motion. I mean, this is very similar to a wildcat type look with that jet. So you could get, some sort of read play here. But in this formation, the main thing that I'm looking for with a jet motion, I got to make sure I don't get flanked
Right.
at all out here. With there's the old saying, you condense to spread. And here's my question. What is he covering? You have a guy outside, you have a guy inside, you have help here. What is he covering?
Nothing. Covering
These
space.
two, I have no idea what they're doing. Where
But
where are you going? Like what are you worried about here?
and then also go. Could you rewind it a little bit for me? So in this situation, it's 4th and 1, short yardage. Okay, he's coming across. So now there's two people. All right, you have a corner outside of you. You see that tight end down blocks. That's your guy. So when soon as that tight end down blocks, you should be there helping Blake seal
Yeah,
that
because
edge.
Blake has him.
Yep.
He has him.
Yep. And then and so once all right. So from before the motion, Jerry has the outside tight end, and Blake has the inside, and Edwin is the help hole player.
Right.
The motion creates.
Now you got a three
But
now
make
you got a
but
three. Well, actually you got four again.
Yep, and
But he
that
takes
turns
one.
Jerry into the man guarding the motion. Now Blake has the man he's in front of like he had before, but now Joseph has that tight end,
Yep.
the second tight end off the ball. Once he commits to down block. He commits to blocking. That's a down block. That's a outright down block. If he released for a route, that it would have been a penalty. You see him, you come downhill. He look at his eyes. He sees that he has help. Why are you dropping now?
No reason.
Why are you dropping now? You have the safety over the top. You see that your corner has picked the motion guy up. There's no reason he should be dropping. He should be at the line of scrimmage. That should be a tackle for a loss because our guy is more athletic than their guy.
Yeah, well,
Edwin
and
Joseph
and
is
and it
more
should be
athletic
two
than
guys.
quarterback.
It should be two guys because he's got the back.
Yep. And the black stays in to block.
The back stays into block.
Max protection.
So you got Max. And actually, you know what? He's actually got the quarterback because here's the guy at the back
Yep.
because back picks him up. So he's the free guy. He's the
Mm-hmm.
hole player. So if he's the hole player, you're on the quarterback. What are you doing getting depth? You got the quarterback. That's your quarterback defender. That's
On
your outside contain. He should be flying this way. He should already be on the line of scrimmage. This should be dead.
Yep. And that's another thing where I go back to us not having situational awareness. That's 4th and 1.
Make
That's
him make a
4th and 1.
play.
And now that drive is extended.
And that is the most unathletic run for 5 yards you'll ever see on 4th and 1.
Ever. Especially when one of our best athletes is right there. It's very frustrating. So now we motion to the empty. We
All right,
already
so
know. We already know what's coming. We already know what's coming.
so here's the thing. You got this motion to bunch, right?
All right.
How many guys do you match up to on that side that are actually outside the hash? You
We
got
got
one and a
two got
half.
we 1.5, 1.5. I was gonna say 2, 1.5 for sure. So now, all right, good drop by Juice.
Yeah, I like that.
Good drop by Juice. He's getting under. He's getting under that route. Now, if that quarterback wants to throw that, it's gonna be a tough throw, and Earl's coming in to either pick that or take his head off. Now,
Yeah,
on the other
I
side,
think Earl's a little too deep here.
I agree. I agree. I think Earl should be
He should
heels
be
on the 5 yard line.
right about here. I
Yep.
was thinking between the 3 and the 5.
Yep.
He should be
And
sitting right there.
and peep and look at Stephen Thompson right here at the bottom, the backer at the bottom.
Yep.
So he's getting his drop. He's getting his drop. He
He's got to
sits.
get depth.
He has to get to the sticks. He
Yeah,
has
so
to.
this is first and 10 on the 20. He should be getting right to that 10 right there.
Yep.
That's your drop point.
Yep.
He's 2 yards short.
And a badass quarterback makes us pay right there.
Oh no, one of the better quarterbacks. That's right there.
You know,
Yep.
that's a dart, and hopefully Earl gets him on the ground. They're on the 4 or 5 yard line.
Yeah, you actually put this right over him and you put it to a good quarterback puts it to this shoulder right about here.
Yep.
Turn him around, lead him away from this safety. Other thing I don't really understand about how they cover when they go cover three. These guys are playing more like they're cover two safeties.
Yep.
I mean,
More like a shell than three. And
three, I would like to see him play it a little bit more aggressively here. Make him beat you over the top.
right.
Make him beat you there. And if you are going to play three this way, I'd still like to see him closer, sort of split the numbers in the hash. Because if they're going to play like this, essentially smash becomes a three beater. You can basically hit that out here
All
without,
day.
because he's out leveraged. And if you're gonna play these safeties kind of on almost on the hashes or just outside the hashes, then I want him as a true hole player. Play this as a Tampa 2.
Right.
Let him sit up in here, and then this is taken away because if he's sitting right here, this is dead on both sides.
Yep.
They're gonna have to throw that into here, and then you're gonna get convergence of all those guys, and you gotta throw an absolute dime to hit that. But again, you're only rushing three here. They're blocking five, kind of giving up the edge there.
But that's my thing though, especially with the 3-3-5. We have to set an edge, and if we're not going to set an edge, we have to designate someone to be the edge because,
Yep.
quite frankly, this is happening us way too much, especially with quarterbacks that we shouldn't be worried about running.
Yep.
We
And
haven't
this
even
is
saw the most athletic quarterback we're going to see yet.
this is what teams are doing now is they recognize that if they chip the edge,
Yep,
then they're going to
chip
get
them,
him they're going to get him in here and then they can have that edge as long as they want. And that's as soon as you're in they're not really in mint here, but they're in a, just that three man.
and I know it would put Daniels at a disadvantage at changing his initial launch point when he's coming off the ball when they have a tight end like that
Yep.
by going at him, but it will help the defense. If he goes at him like we're running a stunt, gets his hands on him, first of all, that tight ends they're going to chip, but they don't want to chip a guy that's coming right back at them.
No.
Simple as that. You eliminate that chip. He's gonna be in a rush to get out for his route now. Now you still have the edge.
Yep. Now this year, this is a good call. I think Tony just won with the chalk here because they've got the safety blitz here. They're
Yep.
bringing the I guess this is boundary reduction, and this is a good job by Barker because they're running. This is I think I'm not sure if they're reading this. I think this might be just play action. You think they're reading this?
Yeah, I think that quarterback is
Yeah, he's
actually
reading it.
reading Barker
Yep, yep.
because he's not looking at Thompson. He's looking straight at Barker. He sees that he's impressed, and they want to get to the flats. He
Yeah, this is
sees
a
he can't
slip all the
do it.
way.
Yep.
It's the yeah, this is yeah, he's reading him. But I
Mm-hmm.
think if he stays flat, and he's playing the quarterback, I think he gives. So I think he reads him to him
Yep.
on
It,
this.
it's basically it's a pro RPO,
Yep, that's a really good play by Barker
a great play.
because he's
Great
in
and
position
great
where
job
that
coming
he's
back
going to
to the
get that
ball.
hand in the play. Yeah, that's really good. Thompson just doing his job there, but Barker shuts that down. If he doesn't peel a little bit there, because I mean he's got a blitz here, but the thing he doesn't do here that some of these guys did later in the game is he's got the blitz and then he recognizes the flat and he
Yep.
peels to the flat just enough to stop that right there.
Hmm.
And then
Just
that
that split
slows it
second
down. Yep.
stops it because he catches that. He has two blockers. That's probably a touchdown.
Yep. It's at least a first down. Yep.
Yeah, because it looked like Earl came downhill with bad intentions right there, so he might have got off the block and made that tackle. Either way, it's a first down though.
So now you got nubbed to the boundary.
And again, we have too many people in the boundary.
Yep. I don't understand it. So they're just running mesh rail here.
Hmm. So
And
and
once
so we
again, you got more pornography down here at the bottom.
yep. And how I feel so a lot so Herring and then he ends up wide open. That's another thing I hate. So with Herring right here, how before he even gets there, Herring can shut that route down, and so can Juice. They can shut those routes down. Those mesh routes, all you literally get in their path. You don't have to hit them. You don't have to draw flat. Get in their path. Don't just let them run full speed.
This is one of the problems of spot drop against mesh because if you're just dropping like that and those guys can run wherever they want, they can settle.
Yep.
And the thing that they need to do a better job of against mesh as well is if those guys do recognize, I mean, you should be calling mesh, right? You should be
Yep.
calling mesh at this point. So those guys should step up. That means that he's got to play the hole because mesh
Mm-hmm.
is always going to have something like this behind it.
Yep.
And so that
Because
means he's got to hit that.
yep, and that receiver running right past Juice right now, Earl has to lean on him now because
Yeah,
he
he's
knows
got to
his
be there
backers
now.
has that mesh. Rouse has the will. The
It's
backers
just
have the mesh routes.
too
You
much
have to
space.
he does, but it's a little late.
Yeah, it's too much space. He should be mirroring. He should be, weave stepping back to here
Right. And
on this
again, on
because
the D line level.
that's because your number two is where your number two is.
Right. And again on the D line level, McCray, look where he is and look where the quarterback is.
It's so bad.
That's a win for the tackle.
Yep. And this was something that I got crucified on by a bunch of Miami fans and a bunch of Florida State fans when I was talking about like, look, Miami didn't get a lot of pressure. Pro Football Focus may grade something as a pressure, but that doesn't make it a pressure. It's not a real pressure if he's behind the quarterback.
Right.
And you'd have Bain and Mesidor in that Miami game, they'd be back here.
They
And it's
ran
like, and
upfield a
then
lot.
Tommy runs, and it's like, well, he's not running because he's pressured. He's running because he sees space.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's exactly what this is. And I hope they didn't count that as a pressure because that's a win for that tackle.
Yep.
He gets McCray up out of there, create space. Great job. And this I like this by Thompson,
Yep. I knew you were going
sitting it
there.
down. I don't know if Desire, I don't know if he lost his balance, but he should be in that gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Thompson tries to make him right, but he's also being held right there.
Yep.
But we just got to be athletes and make plays. We're
Yeah.
we're
You got to get
we're
to him.
better athletes. We got to make those plays. That should be a tackle at the line of scrimmage.
So I think Desir might have a two-way here. So I think the way that they've got this set up is that he's going to be essentially two gapping here. And I think he's got a two-way rush on that guard.
Right.
And so, but the problem is that both of these guys choose the B gap. And so you get double penetration here. And you got the pornography problem again with the defensive line. Two guys in the same gap. Can't have that. And that sets up another 4th and 1. Now you get they put in the runner here. This is the actual quarterback.
Yeah. And the short the go to go and short yardage.
One of one of the things I really don't like that they're doing right now in these situations is there's still five DBs.
It's
So I,
fourth and one.
you're fourth and one, and
Eh,
they're in big personnel here, right? You got two tights. To me, fourth and one, and you're in the approaching low red zone. There's no reason to have that fifth DB on the field.
I agree.
To
But
me,
and the thing, what that says to me is, we don't have linebacker depth,
yep,
and they don't trust our linebackers.
yep.
That screams that to me. Now this should be a easy stop. We let Deuce Span get a
Oh, that
revenge
is
first
Deuce.
down on us.
Yeah, I forgot. That is Deuce.
Yep.
But yeah,
We
actually, the other side shows what happened here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. You'll identify it right away.
reach. We're reach. We get caked.
So you get reached here.
We actually get reached. We get reached twice. We get reached.
You get reached there.
McCray gets reached. Who is that
So you
at
get reached
right
here.
tackle?
You get reached here. That's Juice there.
Yeah,
And
Juice get so we get actually got reached three times.
yeah,
Juice
three
got
times.
reached. McCray got reached, and I'm not sure who that is at nose, but they got
That's
reached
win.
also.
And no, that's DJ.
Yeah, that's D-Jack. He also
Yep.
got reached.
Yep.
The only
And
person who didn't get reached on this play is Lions.
his lines, yeah.
So now we don't have an edge.
There's a really late step here. He's late, last hat off the ball here. I think the way that they've got this set up, I actually think that Juice might have this
That what is that? The C
what is
gap.
that?
Yep, the
That
C
that's a
gap.
C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a C. So I think Juice has the C here, and they're trying to do this with a little
And
little
get
gap
and
exchange.
yeah, and get Omar into that D gap. And he
Yep.
comes over the top. Juice has to also keep his head up right here.
Yep. But
And
here's
that's an
here's
uncalled holding, but we can't cry about it. We shouldn't be in fourth and one.
well, and you're not going to get called on holding there because he ducked his head down
Yep,
and he's got the feet in the right place, so you're not going to get the benefit of that call.
ever.
But the other thing that I see here is Omar's too wide in terms of his fit here. So
Yep,
he's
he should
got
be
the
coming down
exchange to D, but as soon
right
as
off
he
of Juice
clears
butt.
here, this should be right off his butt and
Yep,
he should be hugging this tight. That's an
but
extra yard and a half of space there.
yep, and he has to realize if he comes downhill right off of Juice's butt, eight's either going to run right past him and he's going to
Right.
tackle Deuce
And
in
then
the
he gets in there.
backfield,
Or
or
bang, and now
or
he's
he's
there.
going to take away that block, and Deuce is going to have no choice but to run right into where he runs to.
Yep. And that's, the thing is, if he's able to hit this here, now you have the one-on-one essentially stretching that I think is what's going to happen, and he's going to be able to make that tackle. But
Yep,
this is just poor linebacker play right there, poor defensive line play there and there. And you're going to lose every time on fourth and one when you're leaving that much space. I mean, that's 2 yards of space for the ball carrier on fourth and one. And again, you got two guys in the same gap.
yep, and whenever it's short yardage and you have multiple guys get reached, it's a recipe for disaster every time.
Yep.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Oh, and then this is the touchdown. This is all on the rover here because he's the hit man here. He's unblocked. He's
Yeah.
the extra. He has to make this right. Now, you do get reached up top.
Yep. Juice gets reached.
Yeah, Juice gets reached here.
Bad eyes. He's looking at the quarterback and expecting the pull.
Yep. It's okay from Desir here. But this right here, he's unblocked. He's the guy that's supposed to have that alley.
Yep.
And he's there. This is fine here because he's just forcing him back to his
Or
buddies.
Scott.
That's
Yep.
good. So that's fine. But the angle here is what bothers me from Earl. is he's running to this like he's going, he has to trust
Like
his
he has to
force.
be the force guy
Right. He has to trust his force because his job right here is to make this come inside and force him to
and
Earl.
right.
And
And if
Earl is coming
Earl
out
is
here. If he comes and hits this square,
or even runs downhill diagonally.
yep,
That's a kill
yep,
shot.
yep.
That's
This should be, you know, some punctured lung stuff right here.
for sure. Instead,
Contact
he
right
plays
there.
like he's the force guy when we have a force guy already. So the running back cuts in and cuts back out, and
And
we
look at
missed
how
the
he breaks
tackle.
down the same way that we saw earlier. And he gives him all that space. Don't do that. Close it down.
Yep. And
Let's see
then
it from
just
this
not running
angle.
to the ball.
But yeah,
We're
right there.
falling.
Why is he breaking down? Just come straight downhill and finish tight to your force guy. I just all right. So we're gonna go ahead and bump to some specific ones. This is a pretty good play by Rawls. Rawls is a little banged up right now too. He's been playing great anyway.
Oh,
This is so bad.
and I don't think this he left his feet right here, but Juice had a play like this also, and McCray had a play like this also. I just don't understand a free run. We're not showing our athletic ability right now.
Yeah, I just got to wonder about his legs here. I mean, this looks like a guy who just like look at all the extra steps he's taken. That's how I run if I've been doing like heavy squats like 2 days ago. And then I have
Right.
to change direction where my legs are all sore and heavy. I just like that's really poor change of direction.
That's subpar. He also should get a hand on that running back coming out. He runs right across his face.
Yeah, he's actually the peel player here, right? I mean, if in
Yep.
this defense, so you gotta, yeah,
And
yeah.
that
So,
puts Earl in a bad predicament
yep,
because Earl now has to be the peel player who he would initially he was going to be the whole player. So he would have been
right,
coming downhill after Blake peels out and takes that running back. He would have been the guy to fill that gap, fill that
yep,
void. As he is, he's coming down, but that's a lot of space. And then he still has the option to pass it.
yeah, yeah. Well, and again, he should be like you said. Best option is just blow this guy up.
Yeah, just take him out of the play.
Yep, you're behind the line of scrimmage. Just blow this guy up. You almost never get called for holding there.
They're
Just
not
blow him up.
they're not going to call that.
Blow him up. You are the peel player. Blow him up. Now the quarterback's here, and since you blew him up, you've got a potential to make a play, and you've
Right.
made this guy right. But because he doesn't peel, if you don't peel, you better come downhill. To me, so how are you coached on this? Are you if you're the edge guy here, and let's just say you don't have the peel, you're told come to the upfield hip, right?
So you go to the upfield show you go to the upfield shoulder, but you don't come out of control. You don't run past them.
Yep,
So how
past him.
so he's going to the wrong shoulder.
Yep.
He's simply going to the wrong shoulder, and he get that's just a lack of athletic ability, and I don't think Juice. I mean, not Juice. I don't think Blake lacks that. So that's where I get the head scratching plays. Like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah, I don't understand this. And the other thing here, if you're not going to peel here, I want your hand up.
And don't slow down. Go take him out. If you're not going to peel, if you're not going to club that guy coming right across your face, you better go make the play.
Should be
Either
this
bat the
angle.
pass down, go make the sack, make him throw it away,
Yep.
but you can't let him step up. Then
This
have the
angle.
option to run and still pass. It's too much.
And then you give him that much space. I mean, he's making that catch with nobody within 10 yards.
Nobody within 10 yards. And that's one of their best playmakers in space.
And you see he feels him like he goes to grab him a little bit there, but that's just a lazy grab. And then here I'm just what is he doing? I mean,
Like
he should be coming
he
down
should
to
be going
there.
right at that inside hip, taking away the ability to step up like he did. Like if you're going to get beat in this situation, if I'm Blake, if you're going to get beat in this situation, you have to make him run over the top.
Yep.
There's no way you let him go underneath. There's no way.
Yep. Yep.
He can't get
You
away with
want to
that.
stretch him to the sideline. And you want to stretch him to the sideline while getting that right or that left, I guess, that left hand out. Now this was one they dodged a bullet here because you had the little curl wheel here. So you got this here,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then he's supposed to have
Woo.
that flat.
Juice Juice has to run with that. We got lucky right there.
Yes, they did, because
We
that's
got
got to
lucky right
carry it.
there.
And he's actually also got to recognize when you get a two-man surface here, two-man side, and you see a curl here, then you're going to have one of two things. You're going to get a flat or you're going to get a wheel.
Yep.
You got to understand what you're looking at. And that curl is not your job. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got to find your job is deep. There's nobody. What are you doing? You're checking here. Is he deep? No, he sits. You're checking number three. He's sitting. So now you got to find, do I have something out here? Because that's your deep third. And he's just wrong. I mean, I'm not sure what he's looking at, but he should be out here trying to rob this.
Yep.
But they dodged one here. It's a bad throw.
Lord.
Now, I think that's partly due to they actually did get a little bit of compression of the pocket here. You got
Yep.
two guys behind the quarterback again, but you did get
But
one
our
guy that kind of got
DTs
to his
do a good
throwing
job
side
getting presence in his face right here. Our
right here.
DTs.
And this is Lyons doing it here. Or no, actually, who is this?
Is that James?
Yeah, it's James that actually got to that front side.
So we ran a loop.
Yeah, I had a little loop. And now with
I still
James
don't like the way
here,
we getting pushed upfield.
I want him here, not here.
Right. Attacking that guard.
I want him in, the old way to say this is that you attack the V
Right.
right there, and he's got to get into the V. He's kind of in the chest here, and if he attacks the V, then he can't actually get to him. It's not much to affect him. He just missed. Jeez.
Great coverage by Earl.
So yeah, I think this is actually something wrong here by these guys. But the crazy thing to me, watch this. These guys run up the field together. You got these two guys, both on a vertical release, cover nothing, covering nothing, covering nothing, covering nothing. He's he's got the he's got the depth for handling this, I think. But what are we trying to cover here? Where's what are you worried about? What are you worried about? So the way this should be, this has got to be three, right?
This is definitely three. So underneath. So Earl is the deep hole guy. So
Yeah, you got
who is that
him.
at the top right safety?
I think that's Barker.
Barker should be relaying to three. Find number three. So he stays in. Now you should be relaying to three. Number three is coming across the field.
Right there.
He should be on him. And I think he's the one that sits it down. And then the other one continues to go vertical. The vertical should be Earl, and Barker should be on. Oh, actually, he actually comes straight to Barker.
Yep. But see, Barker,
What is Rouse doing at the top though? He's expecting that. So that's the
he's
thing.
hitting this.
So we're running cover three. At the top, Rouse is expecting Earl to be in the middle of the field.
Yep.
If he's doing that, Barker has to come now. If he has to, he can't wait. He can't open up like that. It's two guys pressing the middle. He has to come now.
Exactly. And the other one here is Joseph needs to
Is
carry
in
this
no man's
close.
land.
I just wonder what Joseph is covering here because, there's no reason to get width here.
It is nothing threatening outside, and it's two vertical. It's two receivers running vertical.
You got two vertical routes, you've got vertical help out here. I want him to kind of carry on the hip here.
Yep, and he can actually jump one of those routes.
Yeah, you can reduce here, and even if he is coming inside to come outside, you can kind of just ride that hip. And if you're physical with it, you can just ride that hip and work your way out on the hip. I just don't know why he's widening here. So you got one guy that's widening here. You got one guy he's playing this almost like it's quarters, but nobody else is in quarters. And he's got to get downhill to this. So he should be matching there. He should be handling the hip, and
And
then
Earl is
eventually
the one
letting him
high
go to
player.
Earl. Yeah. This should not be a problem.
And
This
is
should be
that
covered.
desire in coverage?
That's both the Sear brothers in coverage, yeah.
What are we doing?
So what they did is they blitzed the single A gap player here, and they went with a three-man rush where they're dropping the two to Sears. Because I think this down and distance, which is 3rd and 11, I think they were expecting mesh.
E-
So
either way,
I think
I
this is a bad
understand.
call.
Drop mugging and then dropping back, but that's just bad coaching. That's the wrong guys. And
Yeah,
I understand they may not have confidence in our linebackers, but on 3rd and distance, I'm
yeah,
not dropping two defensive linemen. I'm not mugging everybody and dropping two defensive linemen and blitzing the linemen.
yeah,
It
it's
just
just a
doesn't
bad
make
call.
sense.
Well, the thing is, if I'm dropping two defensive linemen, it's because I'm bringing like four others.
Exactly.
And one of the things that bothers me about this game, and actually the last couple games, is one of the reasons that you play a 3-3-5 is to be able to bring pressure from a lot of different angles and to cause problems with the protections.
Yeah.
The goal of playing a 3-3-5 is you're trying to play offense on defense and attack blocking schemes by mugging here and bringing pressure from there. Okay, they're
Yep.
gonna.
And you basically throwing them off with numbers.
That's right. So we're
That's
gonna
all a
put
3-3-5 is. We're throwing them
we're
off with numbers
we're
and
gonna force
looks.
them to adjust so that they're gonna get the Mike call over here, and that means that they're gonna be strong left on the protection, and then we're gonna bring three or
Run the
four
complete
from right.
opposite.
Right. And so we're going to mug over there and then we're going to do that. The problem is that they're mugging and then they're just bringing three and nobody has to adjust anything out of that. And when they do anything else, they're getting one-on-ones, but nobody's winning. But, in this case, you mugged, but if you are going to mug here and you're going to drop with these guys, the Desir twins, if you're gonna mug, the whole goal of mugging and then dropping out of that, you've got to actually get those defensive or those
The
offensive
offensive
linemen to
lineman to
commit to
think
you.
you're blitzing. I mean, think
Right.
you're coming.
Yeah. If you don't see the offensive lineman start to shoot at least one of his hands, you're wrong.
It's a waste.
Right. So you see this, they drop back.
Desire twins, both. I mean, he's off the ball already
Yep.
before the ball snaps.
Yep.
I
So
don't
I
think
mean,
he's
this
lined
is
up that far all year.
and
Gave it away off the rip.
take a look at the weak step forward. I mean, that's obvious. Like he just stands up, like, okay, I'm going backwards. So to me,
And
this is just a wasted call because you're getting the only inside pressure you're getting is from Nicholson. And to me, if I'm rushing Nicholson, I want him to be rushing from the
from the
outside,
edge,
or he's basically a BC gap rusher,
or it,
not a head up, zero
right.
technique rusher.
He's one of those guys. He's almost. We should use him like we use Kalen DeLoach to blitz.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, put him in kind of nickel looking situations, and then you can trade off who's gonna blitz from where.
Right. And then that's just a poor mug by Elijah. They know you aren't coming. Look how you're
Yeah,
standing.
yeah,
They know
that's
you aren't coming.
that's really poor. And I mean, where's his eyes, right? I mean, if your eyes are over here, he knows that he's not coming.
Right. They're not
Now,
worried about you.
what I would like to see in this situation, this is 3rd and 11, right? What I would like to see is from this same setup, you can do some real nasty things out of this look where you just have him attack your B and then you do this right here. If you get that look out of this, he's going to cross the face of that, and you want him to attack that shoulder.
Right.
If he
And,
attacks the inside shoulder of this guard, he's coming free and empty.
yep. And he comes around. It's almost similar. It'll look similar to one of the sacks Kalen had against Miami
That's
in
right.
2023
Yeah, and it's
when
just a
he's
pick
coming
play.
around, looping around in
Bang.
that B gap, wide, freaking open.
Yep. Yep. And so now I mean, if you get this look protection wise, to me, this is a gift because you've got two guys that should be able to rush with speed and you can pick that. And that is really hard for an offense to pick up.
Especially offensive line who's very flat footed and slow footed, like this Pitt offensive line was, and we didn't take advantage of.
Yep. And see what they're doing here is they're just chipping the edges. They're
and
doubling
and and
here,
watch it
doubling
inside.
here.
We only have one inside rush, and it's one of our linebackers. They watch
Yeah.
him chip our edge,
And
and
look at this.
and they still get to do whatever they want on the back end, even though we have 8 dropped because we're dropping to spots on the grass. We're
Look at that.
not matching at
Look at
any
that.
level. We are not matching.
Do you know how easy this is for a quarterback when you're sitting here with this much space in front of you? Like this right here, you've got this lane to see everything. This is 7-on-7. Then you see
Literally.
this. He's not deep drop. I mean, he's a defensive tackle, so he's not going to deep drop. And then you know you're going to get this. All you have to do is just step and wait, and it's right here. I mean, because these guys are dropping to grass. This is the frustrating thing.
Yep.
All right, we're not going to work on that
And then he
one.
steps up and throws it right into the hole.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, this one you tip your cap on, I think.
Pull, pull, pull. And see, where's our other backer in the box? We're bringing Elijah down,
I think it's got to be Earl.
and so Earl, we got a pull call, but we don't have anyone coming over the top with the pull.
Yeah, I think it's
And
got to be
instead of
Earl.
coming straight downhill like he should, Blake widens, which gives them that lane. He's
Yep.
worried about the toss. You can't play that toss, Blake. That is not your responsibility. You have a pull coming your way. As soon as you get that pull down block, you should be downhill. Blake should be downhill. He's either playing the quarterback or the shuffle. The
Well, so,
pitch,
so that
the
should be
pitch.
it. But here's the thing: is I think they're misaligned such that he has to have that toss out of this alignment.
I agree. I agree. And for one, I mean, we're outnumbered off the rip because we have our other inside linebacker but mugged up on the outside, and they're going to run a GT to the other way. So we're outnumbered off the rip.
Yeah.
So
So
to kill this play, especially when we're outnumbered like this, McCray can't sit. McCray has to run through that guard
he has
space
to get he has to get
and
here.
put that guard into the tight end. Now it's only 2 options. The quarterback keeps the ball or he pitches it. McCray if we're going to put ourselves at a disadvantage like this, we have to be dogs. McCray has to take away. He has to go kill that guard right now and sit him in the tight end's lap.
Yep.
So now the shuffle isn't even an option. So if
Well,
we're
and the
going to
thing
play
is,
it
it's
that
not even
way,
about the shuffle. Like if you're looking at the shovel as an option here, right? What you want to do? Let's look at the other angle. Um, if you get the pull call, so you're getting the down block on the tackle. The rule should be on the down block, close down. Now, one of the things I don't like is so my rule, if I'm coaching defensive ends, my rule is if I see down block, I actually want his hand on the hip,
yep,
right? So I don't want there to be enough space that I can't get my hand to the hip. That means that I didn't get inside fast enough on that down block. I want to get to that point to where my hand is basically getting to his hip. And there are two reasons for that. One is if I can kind of shove his hip a little bit, I might be able to bump him off.
Yep, and
But
bump
the
him free,
so you might be able to bump him free.
and
But the
especially
other
the way
thing is,
Lions wins.
right. And the other reason, so that's soft right there. He's trying to look over here already. The other reason is if you see this down block, I'm now looking for this.
You looking
And
for
I
something coming back.
and even if I'm boxing this, and I think they're boxing it, you've got to hammer this with your shoulder first and then work your way out.
Yep.
Because the thing in this defense, and I think this is the fundamental problem, and I think you're right to identify him as the problem here, is he's your extra guy.
Yep.
You were
And
saying,
he
where's the
also
other
has to
backer?
react with that pull, especially playing the rover in the 3-3-5. You're basically that the eraser. You're basically that third backer. I mean,
Yeah, so
well, the fourth backer, I would say.
yeah, so he's mirroring him. You can see that he's responsible for the pull gap, but
Hmm.
against the pull, he should actually be stepping down with it
Yep.
at this angle
Exactly.
right there.
Exactly.
So then he can get out there. So I think Blake's actually right here.
Yep.
So that's
Because he's the front
fine.
side backer,
Yeah, so that's
and
fine.
Earl will be playing the downside
Pop
backer.
that, and he should be that.
Yep. And what Earl should do, especially with his size, his speed, if he goes downhill off the rip, and you see how when he continues to widen, the guard isn't even worried about him anymore. The guard literally turns his head to look for
Yep.
more work.
Yep.
And then once he comes down, once Earl realizes, oh, now I have to come downhill, they just pitched it. Now the guard is easier for the guard to just get him out of the way. All you got to do is lay on him.
Yep. Yep.
But if
But
he
this to
comes
me,
down and plays the pull, the first off, the guard doesn't even have the athletic ability to touch him, and he shoots right under that guard. Look how much space is right there, and
yep.
he tackles that for a loss. We have someone on the pitch. We have someone on the quarterback.
I'm also a big fan of DBs like this. Basically, when you see this guy coming at you like this, especially if his eyes are elsewhere,
Take his ass out.
I want you to go right at that knee right
Yep.
there,
Yep.
and I want you to bury the heck out of this, and he will think
Mm-hmm.
twice before blocking another DB the rest of the game because those guys do not like getting their knees hit.
I tell my guys this all the time.
Play
I,
team football, bury just right there, just cut that guy, cut
yep.
him.
And build a wall.
And the thing is, he does cut him, but he does it without physicality here.
And he's too wide,
If
and
he
he's
does
too
it,
late.
if he does it right here and he forces this, just go low and just fricking tackle this guy. And then he has to work his way out here because that hole's not there. And then you're getting all the cavalries converging.
Right.
But I still think right here, this has got to be the guy. And then you should be getting that. It's got to be that. It's got to be.
Whew,
It's
man,
so bad. It's so bad.
stressful.
Oh, oh, jeez. So you're going to put Herring here, one on one right there.
I don't understand it. And we're going to they're going to keep attacking that all year until we figure this out.
So you think that,
This
so
is
is this two men under, do you think?
go back to, yep. Blake is spying on the quarterback. It's 2 man under.
Then what in the world is 19 doing?
I have no idea. And I don't understand why is that 15 at safety? Whoever that is at safety.
27. That's 27.
Okay,
That's
27.
Barker.
But so Barker should be helping. If we're playing 2 man, Barker should be helping over the top of that linebacker. And is that Earl front side?
Yeah.
Earl should be helping on this post, leaning towards this post.
Yeah. He should be coming back
And
this way
Elwin
because
has
he
to be
should
a
read
guy.
into this. And he has to be here.
He has to be. He has to be because that's one of their quickest, fastest guys in space. We're playing man. You have to help him over top. It's the same thing versus UVA when we gave up the touchdown on the wheel. They're going to attack Elijah in coverage all year for the rest of the year.
Here's
It's
what
nothing
makes
we
me
can do.
wonder
We've
whether
already
this
put it
is
on tape 3 straight weeks.
here's what makes me wonder whether this is actually two man under. And this is why I'm saying, like, what is he doing? Because he's outside leverage.
Right.
You should never be outside leverage in two man
Especially in
under,
2 man.
right? So two man, he's got to be inside. So I'm wondering, are they quarters on this side? So you've got a quarters safety here, and so he's got depth, which would explain why he stays inside. So he's here, and then he's essentially the underneath player. Uh, You think that? I think that might be what we're looking at here.
And even then, though, it's still bad technique.
He's got to be here.
He has to be. And I feel like Jerry is playing a little bit too loose right here.
Yeah. Oh no, this is bad from Jerry. So I think when I first watched this, I thought this was two. I think it's four.
Let
Might
it
be or
play it one more
seven
time.
or
Let me see what the
it's
top corner does. So it actually looks like we're in man at the top and 4 at the bottom. That's what it looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so
And
it's like two
Barker
man
knows
at the
he's
top.
supposed to be over the top because look how he instantly turns.
Yep.
Look how he's shit. That's me. You could tell by the turn.
Yep. But the thing is, I wonder how they're coaching this because I mean, if you get the inside release with this outside on quarters, he should be coming here.
Exactly. Oh my god.
But this is one of those things where the coverage is so bad, it's hard to figure out
It,
who's
it's
wrong.
it's it's hard to see what we're in because it's so many guys doing so many things. Like if you just read Jabril, it looks like we're in pure man. If you look at Elwin, it looks like we're in pure man. Then if you look at Barker, it looks like we're in cover 4.
So
It, we
if I had to put money on this, I'm thinking this is like a cover four solo. So you've got a
yeah,
solo call you
we
got a solo call here where he's
hmm
manned, and then essentially everybody else then becomes cover four
which
here,
eventually turns into man anyway.
which eventually turns into man in the slot here because you got the solo call, and then he's going to just be essentially extra help here. So what he should be doing is reading through two to, you know, reading 3 through 2 on this side. So
Right.
essentially he's going to come through him to him and him because that solo side is going to be taken care of. He should be here. He should give this up and kind of play off, which would explain why he's playing so loose. That's if I had to bet, something serious on it, that would be my guess. But like you said, this is a oh shoot turn.
Most definitely.
And so I don't know. But either way, this is one where, he's the one that gets credit for getting beat, but I don't think he's actually responsible for, yeah, I think he's supposed to have help here.
He is. And they're gonna keep scheming us up to put us in positions like this all for the rest of the year.
Yep, I would. Which is why in these down and distances, well, actually, this is first down. You can't even do that. In a lot of down and distances, I would be looking at going 6 DBs.
I mean, if they don't, especially the way that we're playing, they clearly don't trust the depth at backer.
Yep. And to me, they stop the run well enough with the interior defensive line that you could potentially go with that 6 DB and not really lose too much.
Right. Especially if it's a guy like Barker who's going to come down and fill the gap.
This is the first time where you see James do what he's supposed to do instead of running behind the quarterback. He doesn't go full speed to power, but he does sweep the hands and
Yep.
get upfield, and then he flushes him. What ticks me off is this should be a safety, be an athlete and dive at those legs and you get
and
him on
get
the
him on the
ground.
ground.
But
And that's been my problem
no
with
burst.
James all year. He should James should easily have about 5, 6 sacks right now.
Good
It's
sweep.
all about 1, 2 and finish.
But right there, right, get that
Go
foot
get
in the
him.
ground and extend. Get out there and sell your body out to dive and get him on the ground. You got a chance to score points. I mean, good pressure, but finish. It's
Pressures only
okay.
do so much when we're not converting. We got saved right there. It looked like also.
Yep. Oh, this is
Oh,
another
this is
one.
the play. Oh my God! I think I lost my mind on this play. So we're
I'll just let you do
spying
it.
right here. We're spying right here with Blake. First off, where are you going right now? Where are you going? He's about to start stepping to the left. I understand that
Third and long.
he's third and long. I understand you're spying the quarterback. You're mirroring him. You cannot get caught up in the congestion of the line of scrimmage on third and long when you are QB spying.
Yeah,
Not
why
only
is
does
he
he get caught
triggering?
up, he just after a while he just adds in, and he doesn't just add in. He slips and runs himself literally out of the play. This was
This was a
this was
backbreaker.
third, and I think this was third and like
Third and
11 or
10.
12.
Or no, this was third and let's see, let's take a look. Third and 7.
About 37, and we got them backed up. I lost my mind on this play. I'm not
Oh,
even gonna lie.
yeah, my first film review on the first time through, I was like, I ranted on this, so I'm not going to rant too much. But he should, at this point, down and distance, he
Play
should
under
not
that.
get, he should not get past the 5 yard line.
Yep.
That's line of scrimmage. He actually should be at about the 7, be about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, which also helps you take that away.
Take that away
So
and
you should stay right
force him to
here,
run to you.
just stay right here and mirror, and let him come right to you.
Yep.
All you have to do is just mirror way back here. You don't get anywhere near this. And it eventually, if he runs here and he's standing where he should be,
It's an
okay,
easy
you run
tackle.
here. That's an easy tackle for no gain. You're just standing right here. Right there, just finish downhill. And hey, you might actually, do some body damage on the quarterback. 20-yard run by a guy that runs 5 flat in the 40.
That's just bad ball, man. That's just bad ball,
That's super bad. But I mean,
man.
you had a chance to finish him. And the thing is, you are it's 14-7. You get them to punt out of their own end zone there.
We're right there to tie it up.
That's
We're right
right.
there to tie it up, and that's also momentum.
Once again, you get reached here on the edge.
I'm trying to understand why do we why on early downs do we do this? We see how Blake motions out to Mug, but he's already too late. Why are we doing that? Keep our backers in the box. We already are at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Great job using his hands by Mari, but he goes inside. He extends. Watch Amari at the bottom on that
Okay.
last
We're
run
gonna.
play.
Yep.
He
Yep.
extends. He locks out. Puts his face in the wrong gap.
Yep. Because and again, this is you got Desir here, and you got here. That should not be
Yep.
because you got him, 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 him. That's a bust.
We gotta have edge, and we don't. And he tries to get back outside, and that happens.
And this is one of those times where they actually brought the blitz that I wanted him to bring on the last one, where you get that little inside rub, and they came buck naked.
Scot free.
Yep. And actually, Desir here was supposed to be a pick for this, and he realizes right here, like, oh shoot, because
Nobody's there. I can go get him.
nobody's picking me up. I'll take it.
And
Yeah, that was
and
a
even
gift.
then, it's still a little late reaction.
Yeah, that was a gift. It's pretty good there by Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Good job staying disciplined.
And this is one where he can't actually attack it.
Yeah, because it's so much space. He
Right.
has to play it smart
He has to play this.
and force him to the sideline.
And what I like here is he lets him make the move and he does not buy it. He just keeps leverage. He
Yep.
just stays leverage on that inside. You're going to the
And
sideline.
because that's all he wanted him to do is for Jerry to bite outside once so he could cut it back inside to the
Yep.
space.
Good call here with
Good
the
good play.
Charlie. And then
Corner
Rawls
blitz,
again.
go get it. Great play, Rouse. Great
And
call.
see, this is where if you're in this kind of defense and you are giving up the edge, you need to do this more, especially off the boundary.
Especially with a corner like Rouse, who's physical, fast, and tall. Because
Yeah,
if
the
they
length
pull it,
helps you.
let's just say they pull it and try to throw it to where he just left, he's long enough to affect that pass, or maybe even bat it. And he's
Yeah.
athletic. He's honestly he has the hands and he's athletic enough to pick it, like they did to Tommy a couple times to us this year.
Yeah,
No
this is
edge again. We go
just an arm
inside.
punt. Let's try to get further. So now we're just the bobble there. And Jerry actually played pretty well on some of this. He had a rough one against Miami, but bounced back a little bit in this one.
Sure.
What do we see again?
Same thing.
Behind the quarterback.
Yep, same thing. Step up, a big lane, no one's there.
And if you're going to rush three, you can't have one of those three behind the quarterback because
You
that's going
can't
to open this stuff.
every time. And I don't think we're coaching that in practice that we can't run past the quarterback. Like I remember when I was at Florida State and we had all those great edges. We had Brian Burns, we had Josh Sweat. We had all the we even guys that weren't particularly edges. We had Josh Sweat, but we had Derwin James. We had guys that we blitzed off the edge. The number one rule was to never run past the quarterback. It does nothing but open lanes.
Yeah, this is good coverage by Edwin here.
Great play by Edwin.
This is exactly how you coach this. This is good technique. He's on the hip. He maintains his leverage, opens up just right, reads the route, and then undercuts that. That's very good coverage across the board.
Yep,
Now,
Jerry in perfect position underneath.
I'd
That's a
like
great
to
play.
see him get out here, but
Yeah,
you can't really see that from his angle. So,
yeah. If he reverses that field, I don't think they have anybody fast enough to get him. That's in position.
all right. So now your second half, I think, right? This is third or last drive of the second quarter. So this is the one where you got a bunch of stuff that happened that didn't matter. So third quarter. See that gap? So I'm not quite sure what they're doing here with the stunt. It looks to me like they're trying to get.
It looks like we're trying to run a inside blitz, but when no one's
Is that?
there.
Yeah, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, like I see the two DTs loop out. So that means something was supposed to come in there. It looks like Juice is trying to come in there, but it looks like he's late. I
But I
don't
mean,
know
he
if that's
can't come in
because
there
of
from
what.
all the way out here. I mean, if he's
Yeah,
coming
I
in there,
don't I
he's
don't
got to
know
be
if
here.
that's because of the running back motion, but he tries to get back to that gap.
Yeah.
That's just being our coach and our scheme right there.
Yep. Good play by James. Just did his job. That's all you ask. So again, I think this is poor technique on the spy. And this is about the third guy I've seen with this technique. This is being coached.
Yep.
He's on the line of scrimmage. Now here's my question. Watch those two guys. What are we doing? Do we have two spies?
Yep. We have two spies and nobody on
And
who is really he's really their tailback.
He's
the
their
guy who
best
carved
player.
us up all day, instead of putting one spy on him, we have two guys spy on the quarterback and nobody underneath in coverage, and we're in the zone.
Yeah, so you're in zone and you see them communicating that they're basically banjoing this, right?
Yep,
So, that's all they're getting. You take outside, just banjo that. All right, that's fine. That's what I want. So, he's going to take the outside route and they're just going to run a little pivot. You've got to have inside help here.
got to. That's that to
One of these
ask
backers should be right here.
Jabril to cover that alone. That's
That's
like
coaching
I
malpractice.
can't even give a comparison to that right now. And look at this. Look, he's so shallow. Elijah is so shallow, and he still almost gets a hand on that. Just
Yeah,
imagine if he was 3 yards, at least 3 yards off the ball.
see, if
That's
he's spying, he should take one step and then be 3 yards off the ball right here. And then when you get this, he's literally standing right there.
interception.
And then he should be right. I mean, if you're gonna have two spies. Now, I don't like spies personally because to me, if you're gonna spy, you should coach it like it's just an extra short, like basically shallow cross zone. All
Right.
you want is a guy with his eyes on the quarterback. But I want him to have a coverage presence too. If you're spying near the line of scrimmage, to me, it's a wasted player.
It's a wasted player, and honestly, we can't afford to waste players
No.
with the way we've been playing. We can't afford to waste players, and that's two players wasted right there. And
Yeah,
that's
I,
why
I
that's
I think
that.
I think that had to be. I don't think they called a two spy situation. I think. See, I think he's saying I'm the spy.
Mm-hmm. And when the back motions, I guess
That means he's got
Elijah.
to go.
I, I don't understand what they're thinking.
Again, this is one of those cases where the what we're seeing is so bad that you can't actually identify who's supposed to do what. And he
Right,
came close
and
to
and,
that.
and and like we said, if he gets to where he's supposed to be on that spot, that's a pick. That's an
Yep.
interception. We get reached on the linebacker level right here. That's the first thing that popped out to this play.
Well, the other
Elijah
thing is
gets reached.
take a look at Blake here on the blitz.
Yep. And if we're gonna go backside like that, Blake, you got to be able to sit down and not widen that hole. If you're gonna go in there, get in that hole and sit down.
Near leg, near shoulder, up
Run
under
through
his
him.
pad, run through that instead of running around it.
Yep.
That's soft.
Yep. He gets pushed. The gap gets widened. Elijah comes over the top. He
And
gets
that's
pushed over the
soft.
top. Playing soft, not playing physical.
The
Big
defensive
cutback
line took care
lane.
of it.
That's a lot for Shaheem. That's a lot to ask Shaheem to come and make that tackle. Then this play, I don't know what we were looking at from the jump.
Yeah, this is just a they're just running that little screen and go at the bottom. And he had it
He had it, and
because he's
I
coming
don't think I don't
downhill.
think
He
he
should be
trusts his
carrying that.
arm enough to make the freshman. I don't think he trusts his arm enough to make that throw yet. But
But
they
that's
had us there.
touchdown.
If he throws that on time, that's either
That's
a
six.
touchdown or hopefully Earl gets him on the ground at the one.
Yeah, that's six right there. You put that up right on his back shoulder
Yep.
with pace, and it should hit him right around the goal line. And he'll get
Yep.
hit, but that's not a risky throw. You can see it from this side too, right? Oh, you can't see it. All right. Thought you could. All right. This is interference by duty
Yeah.
there.
We got blessed with this one. He definitely yanked down on his
Yeah.
jersey right here a
I don't
couple
know
of
how they
times
didn't call that.
actually. I definitely like that kid and his aggression though.
Yeah. Dear God, this is so bad. This is the second time for him.
Oh man. Oh man. I think this is the play where I said, yeah, I need to go to the liquor store.
So, two things here. One is this. This is unacceptably bad.
That's piss poor. We're at the end of the day, we're Florida State. We're supposed to be more athletic. We're supposed to be faster. We're supposed to be stronger. That's just bad ball.
But
That's
again,
just bad ball.
the
You
problem
let him
here is
sidestep.
his angle is here. Angle should be here. If he's going to make you miss, you need to make him go this way. First of all, that's to his opposite side of his throwing hand. Second of all, upfield shoulder. Go to upfield shoulder. You can, and he also does kind of leave his feet
Yep. That's
2 feet off
I
the
think that's
ground,
like the third or fourth time that happened. That happened to us like 3 or 4 times this game.
but
Leaving the
both
feet.
feet are off the ground. Should never happen. Just get your hands up without doing that. And you really should only have one hand up, and it should be that inside hand.
Yep.
And then work your way to that front side. And this is a sack. The other problem is that Edwin, scramble rules, you got to be on his body.
Yep.
You can't be this guy. You have him. You got to trust the rest of your defense to finish. And then you have a oh shoot.
Yep. And we let him get a bull diving pass touchdown.
All right. Now, let's see. Once again,
That's a great play by Daryl.
watch this.
Oh my God.
Two guys in the same gap again,
And we both run past the quarterback.
and both
We're
are past the
we're
quarterback.
3 yards past the quarterback. And he has a blocker now. Oh man. That's bad ball.
And then here's the thing. Look at the speed. He ran 5 flat in high school. Watch this.
He's separating from us.
Uh-huh.
He's separating from us. That's crazy. That shouldn't happen. Ever.
He looks like he's running with cement shoes on or with ankle weights on. Something's wrong there. Because I mean, Juice isn't the fastest guy, but I mean that was bad. Now here's another one.
And remember we talked about that depth
Yep.
in the first quarter?
This is on
There it
Omar.
is.
So
There it
his
is.
depth, if you're going to spot drop here, your line should be right here, right there.
And if we're going to spot drop, we have to get even if we're not matching them, we have to know where these guys are and where they're headed.
Right.
Neither one of these guys look to the receiver until the ball is in the air, almost in his hands.
Yep.
How do we know? How do we know where they're at? We're not
Well,
looking
he
for
he
them. We're
actually
just
did.
backing up.
He actually did here,
Okay,
right there.
I see him. But then he turns his head away. Now he
Then he
doesn't know
turns
where
his
he is.
head. Yep, and he loses him. You cannot do that. So he checks him there. That's fine. But again, you got to get your depth. If he's at right depth there, that's going to be a much harder throw. I just don't like spot dropping much. This was, by the way, wrong. I don't know how they didn't look at this angle when they reviewed it.
Grounding.
Yeah. And then you got a good play by Desir here.
Who was that? That was that Juice that covered that running back. Go. Yeah, let me see this angle again. Because it looks like for once we covered the wheel correctly on that last play.
That's a different one. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one. Okay, yeah, that's Juice. They went B gap. They went B gap flat to wheel.
and we're actually spying correctly. Look at our spy. Look how far our spy is off the ball. That's how you spy right there. He
He
steps
should
up
be.
to the
He
run.
should
Okay, he's
still be
passing.
deeper.
Okay. Oh, now he's mirroring.
Yep,
He's not
that's
getting too
fine.
shallow, not getting too deep. Juice has the will. He turns up with him. He's running step for step. That that's that was a great
That's
play.
That's Omar on the spy, but he's still too close to the line of scrimmage for my blood.
I agree. I agree, but it's way better than anything we saw
Now here's
from
what I like.
early in this
This
game.
is a good sign from one of the freshmen here. Little speed to power. That's what you're supposed to do. And he gets him up, hands inside.
Yep, and sits him in the quarterback's lap.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
It's
Now he has
inconsistent, but
nowhere
the
to go.
freshman can do it.
Easy sack.
Yep. Got let him have the edge, but you got your pressure. This is a legit pressure here. It's not too bad. All right. Oh, okay. This is one of the last two or three we'll look at here.
There's that motion with the back. We got a better cover guy on him.
So this is your uh you got, 2 by 2 with the back. So your 3-man side is to the field. Now, coverage wise,
We
this
they
looks
should be
like,
they should funnel this back.
oh, the issue here is here. They caught him on a Charlie. So is this 1st and 10? Yeah, okay. So they're blitzing this because I think in this formation they're expecting this run. I think they're expecting uh maybe the outside zone or I think they're calling this for split zone or outside zone to get this because they've been hit on the edge so many times.
Right.
And so now you're going to get him in one-on-one. He's your deep safety, and you're going to be one-on-one across the board
Mm-hmm.
because of that Charlie. And the problem is that they hit this just right where you get the one-on-one that you just
Yep.
can't
And we
have.
because we Charlied it, we can't funnel that back because we need Juice's help.
Right. There's no one to funnel this to
Yeah, it's just
because he's
101.
one-on-one. So this is one where you just got beat with the chalk, I think, because that guy can't cover that guy. You're asking 41 to cover 0 there. No shot. So this is one, it's kind of a tip your cap. You got.
We got out schemed.
Yep.
One of those plays we got out schemed and out coached.
Thing you have to think about though as a coach, you can't run this Charlie, I don't think, if there's any possibility of getting one of these guys one-on-one against the back.
Yep. Because that's why I say it goes back to coaching still, because
Yep.
we can't keep putting our guys in positions where they can't succeed. If
Yeah.
they show they can't succeed at something, we cannot keep forcing them to try to do that. We have to try something else or try someone else.
All right, let's see.
And that's bad ball right there. That's bad ball right there by who is that? Omar
Yeah,
at
it's
the
Omar
on
on
the
the
edge.
left. Yeah, it's Omar here.
Yeah,
I
he's
know where you're
getting
going.
ragdolled. Lions is a good job taking on a double team, but he needs to stay square and firm in that gap.
Yep.
24 can't wait.
Yep. He's got to go now, right here.
Right, he's got to go now.
Now, I don't
And
like Omar. Omar should have that outside arm free, but
yep,
he let himself get too far inside. I feel like they're attacking the center line of the blocker too much, and you really want to attack that shoulder.
and we also we do it when we're coming downhill. Like look at Juice right now. We go down the middle of blocks. We give
Yeah.
ourselves up. My
Yep.
my my high school coach told me this when I was very young. I think I was a sophomore. He said, "You're never going to make a tackle going down the middle of a guard.
Yep. You
It's never going to happen.
always want to
Even if
attack
you
one
defeat
half
the
the
block,
body.
you're giving yourself up.
Yep.
We got to finish that, man. Oh man, great job of condensing the pocket. Blake, he doesn't see you. You got to finish this. We got to be an athlete to finish that. He
Yeah.
doesn't see you till the last seconds. No way you let him break that.
I also don't like. I mean, I don't have a problem with a lot here, but what I don't like is that he's trying to take him around the shoulders.
Yep.
He's a big, strong kid, and this is one where you want to kind of go after that hip. I think a lot of guys in the pocket make mistakes with quarterbacks when they try to take them up around the shoulders. Once again, the problem here is real simple. Here's the back ear drop
And
right
our
there.
our our edge runs three 3 yards past the ball. Now they create another wall, which creates a lane.
If he does what 40 does on the other side, this
He
is a
forces,
coverage sack.
yep, he forces him to step up where we have Blake spying, and we finally have some good depth with our spy to where he can also play those shallow routes if needed. He's reacting, and we also have a D lineman there. If we condense that pocket, that's a cover sack.
Yep.
But James goes upfield, gives him another lane, makes it harder for Desir and Blake.
See, this is a run the hoop problem though for me, because right here it's this step that's the problem. So, what you practice is there are steps that you have that are just one, two, and this needs to be the step that is your
That
hard
that,
step.
that you decide.
This is
You're
the
either
step
going
where you're gonna either dip that shoulder and you're gonna come hard on the outside, or
yep
you're gonna put that foot in the ground and you're gonna go speed to
straight
power
into
right through him.
and dive him and put him back into the quarterback's lap.
And what he does is that foot is just kind of, well, that's another step. There's no extra power on that. And if you're
Yeah,
not
and
doing it
and
on
and
that
that and
step, then it needs to be this step where all of a sudden you again dig those cleats into the field and you got to drop that hip and get up underneath
and
to
that's
get
a
the
lot of the
technique.
times why. See, look at 40. Look at the difference between him and 40.
And 40. Yeah, 40 does it right here or
That's
close to
like
right.
that's the perfect
One,
example.
two, three. That step. Now the thing is, one, two, I actually want to see this step right here. So he's
Right.
kind of outside his frame. He kind of crosses over. You don't want to cross over those legs.
Yeah, and I think he was anticipating the chip.
Yeah, I think so. But if he gets this in the ground just a little bit more here, he can actually deliver more force.
Right.
But then it's that step right there that he actually gets some power out of, right there.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's
he starts
okay.
dropping them back.
Yeah. But James actually is all the way over here. Like that, you just can't have that. All right.
Lord.
And into the fourth quarter. You're not past the quarterback at least there. But here, check this out.
Sticks.
You
Look
drop
at the depth
8. You drop 8. And look at this.
on the logo wide open. We're covering nothing. So right there, if Jerry's gonna let that go to Edwin, he has to go play that damn what fucking I can't even my bad. I'm so mad. It's making me mad again.
You're
He
speaking
he
like a
he
lot of
has to go
fans right
cover
now.
that bender. If he's gonna let him go to Edwin Joseph, he has to go inside. Right, he has to help inside right now and help on that bender. And the type of player he is, he can make those type of interceptions. Jerry is a ball hawk. If he's gonna let him go, he plays that. He can the quarterback it will never see him. That
Yeah.
especially a freshman quarterback. He
Yeah,
will never see him. If
there is
if if,
there is
if
nothing
Jerry,
and
yep, if he's gonna let that go, if instead of just weighing back to where there's no work, if he finds work and he sees him coming across the field, and he knows we have Earl dropping, Earl's playing the middle deep third, and I also think we play a little bit too soft. Like what
he should be
what are we
right
playing
here.
right here at the top?
Yeah. So
We have
this
no
is
threat.
this right here, he is probably at least 10 yards deep compared to where he should be playing here. Because the whole goal of that middle safety in this is simply to be deeper than the deepest. But you don't
Yep,
have to be 15 yards deeper than the deepest. And when the deepest is now coming on a dig, he should be digging his cleats in the ground right now.
right into the ground,
There's
trying
no
trying to
reason,
run
like,
through his chest, trying to run
there's
through
no
his
work
numbers.
out here. There's nobody challenging you guys here. So but I agree with you here that if you are going to kind of let this go and sink, he actually is doing his job and he's getting his eyes to find anything here. And if
Right.
he finds, if he does, and I remember Javier Arenas used to do this sometimes from the slot, which essentially in this defense is the same because this would normally be a corner.
Right.
I would like to see him, by the way, a lot wider. I want to see him out here. I don't know why in a cover three he's up on the hash. He should be out in this area. So then, you pass that off. As he passes that off, this is where the traditional nickel would be. That's when
Right.
you find this, and that's what you're talking about. Is
Yes,
just
sir.
you find your crosser and you go, oh, that's stealing.
Stealing candy from a baby.
I had one of my quarterbacks back in 2016. He had a guy undercut him from the other side like this, and he picked us in a big game. And my quarterback just never saw him. And honestly, it's one where we tipped our cap. It's like, yeah, you know what?
That a ball player making a ball play.
Ball player made a ball play, and that happens. But this should be happening here. But the bigger problem to me is he's playing. I mean, he should be on the 50, and
Yep.
he should be,
There's not because there's
closer to the
nothing
50.
threatening us deep. So we have
Right,
Earl. We have Edwin. Edwin is the only one that has something threatening him deep.
right,
He's the
and
only one
he
that
and
should
he
be
should be
even on
here.
the 45 or anywhere beyond it.
He should be here,
Yep.
and then
Earl
he
should
should
be
be
on that
here,
50.
and then he should probably be reduced down into here.
Yep.
So I that part that this is infuriating to me. And
And then it's like, look how, and then yeah, our backers could get more depth, and but
to me that was on the
golly,
secondary.
like golly, man, what was that third and what?
Second and four.
Oh my God, that was second and four. Look
And
how
you're
all
playing
right.
over the
So
top like that. That looks like
our
a Hail
backers
Mary
get their depth.
defense.
That's deep for second and four.
That's deep
That I
enough.
don't want my backers dropping any further, especially with work in front of us on a second and four.
But let's think about well, let's just count the yards, how deep these guys are when the ball's thrown. So line of scrimmage is the 40. Let's see, that's
It
the
was
I'm sorry, it's the
36
36. So line of scrimmage is the 36. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He is 25 yards deep,
on second and four.
27 yards deep on second and four. Why?
And
So this is
and
plenty deep for these guys. But these guys just made him wrong. I mean, and he's also not wide enough.
that's that's actually insane, man.
25 yards deep on second and four. I mean, you can't be that afraid of getting beat deep. And
Yeah,
if you are, then
and
they need to put somebody
especially
else who's faster than you in.
especially running the defense we run with five defensive backs on the ground. We shouldn't be afraid of anybody beating us deep. We shouldn't be afraid of anybody beating us deep.
I wonder how much the couple times they got beat deep against Miami uh, played into the psychology of it for this week.
It definitely did, and even then though, we got beat deep. One play was a flea flicker. Edwin had bad eyes. Some people blame Earl for that play. I don't blame Earl for that play. And the flea flicker against Miami, we as the rover in this defense, he's supposed to be the eraser. He was playing the run. That play was on Edwin Joseph.
The problem with Edwin there, though, is that he was lined up about 3 yards too shallow on the snap on that one.
Yep.
So his alignment was wrong. And if he's coming from more depth, he can actually get back to where he's supposed to be once he recognizes the flea flicker. So that was the bigger problem on that one.
Yep.
Now here, this is actually fine on the spy, and then a really good job on the mesh coming from that side. That's a tough cover there from Shaheem, and that's good
Yeah.
play.
That was actually a great play from him right there.
And that's on third down too.
Yep. But we've given up fourth downs all year. Surprised they didn't go for it right there.
Well, they kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
So let's see. There's one more I think we need to hit. I mean, this one's not bad. I I mean, this one's a tip your cap.
Yeah, we just got out flank. The
Yep.
man got beat. So hard.
And
That's a hard cover.
yep,
That's a
and he's
hard throw.
close. I mean, if you're against a college quarterback, if you're taking that, if that's the throw you're going to make him make all the time, you
Right.
feel like you're
He's
going to
not going
win
to beat
most of the
us
time.
all day making that throw.
Yeah, I mean, that's one you just tip your cap and you go, okay, that's a dang good throw right there.
Yep. Let's see how we look in the box.
We're gonna just keep going on. All right. So you're mugging, but they know you're not coming. You're coming out too early.
They know.
All right, it's a pretty
Oh,
good play by
you
40
got to
there.
dive and it's a good play, but dive and make that Amari. Lay our put our body on the line.
Oh, this is the one this was the backbreaker.
Uh, we,
So they're just running NCAA here, right? Well,
yep.
oh no, okay. Yeah, they've got a
This is when Juice leaves his feet.
okay.
Nobody home.
Yeah. All right, let's go take a look at the outside. So the way that this goes, he's got Peel again here. So I think
Yep.
the issue is he knows he's got Peel and he's just
So
trying to take away the
he's trying to
pass,
bat the ball down,
but
but you
never
can't leave
ever
your
leave your
feet.
feet. God have mercy. And then just get unlucky with the fumble. But this right here, what are you what are you doing?
I love Juice, man, but he can't leave his feet right there, man.
If he doesn't leave his feet, if he just you all that you need to do is get that right hand up in this case because he's
Yep.
your Peel.
Yep.
Ideally, you get on his hip and you just kind of slow play this with your arm out a little bit, and that gives you some time, and then you can reduce down and get this sack. But he's in a hurry. And I do feel like sometimes the backers are playing too much in a hurry, right? They're not playing hair on fire with intensity, but they're hurrying.
Right.
And you should never feel hurried as a player. You should always be responding within yourself. But that
Especially
he's
as a
just hurrying.
linebacker.
Yeah.
Especially as a linebacker.
And then this is a really good play by Earl. And
Great
then
play, man. We have to get that.
and then that's just so unlucky. All right, last bit here. It's, getting blocked on the edge there's tight end against your safety. This is a good play by the quarterback, honestly. So
Yeah.
You got Peel there. He does a pretty good job of it. And then the quarterback, I mean, that's a ball play right there.
But you know what that comes from though? We gave him confidence all game. He
Oh
doesn't make
yeah.
that throw or
Not in
that
the first
decision
quarter.
if we don't give him confidence all game.
Yeah. And
Same
then the
thing
other
with Virginia quarterback, like some of the plays he made down the stretch. That's all like players make more plays as they get more confident.
Yep. And this is very poor in terms of pursuit and finishing tackling here. But,
Yeah,
it's
Jerry's waiting. You got help inside. Pull the trigger, man.
overrunning it here for Barker because he's the extra here.
Miss tackle McCray upfield, creating more of a. I love the way he's using his hands. I love the way he comes off the ball.
Part of the problem here is you see that he kind of crosses his legs up. He gets tripped here,
Yep.
and that actually opens your space. As you get a little trip
Mm-hmm.
there, that opens this space. If he's able to step through and compress this probably is nothing.
Yep. But that all goes back to technique.
Yep. And this they just got out gapped. So let's look
Yep.
at the back.
And he walks right in.
Here's what I wonder. Why do you have a 180-pound safety in on goal line here?
We don't trust our LBs. Simple as that. We have one LB on the box in the box, in the actual box. We have one on the edge,
You got one here, you got one in the box, and
and we
that's
have
it.
two safeties.
This should be a backer.
Yep.
in this down and distance, this situation, this should be a backer. You've got a essentially a mint look. It's basically like a penny front where you've got,
That's
your
exactly what it is.
your stuff here. So that's your penny front with a stacked backer, and then he's your +1 safety. I just make in this down and distance, that should be a backer.
Yep,
And here's where that kills you.
because Ed doesn't trigger now, and he backs up, creates a bigger gap, then goes around him and makes even more of a bigger gap.
Yep.
And now they have the seal block on Earl, walks into the
Yep.
end zone untouched, basically.
Yep. Now I understand what he's looking at here because the issue is he's affected by this
Yep.
because he's got that, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
he does have to worry about that, but when the ball gets snapped here, then he has to trigger now because this is an insert.
Yep. And so does Blake. So does Blake.
Yep.
That
Well,
because
all
just
three of these guys have to
yep.
trigger.
Because just how because with the insert with him coming across that backers, we have to treat that as a pull. So
Yep.
Blake should be coming straight off of McCray's, you know what, and feeling inside while Earl is feeling outside
He
of
should
the
be
insert
there.
man.
He should be right there. And then he should be hitting that
Yep,
because you've got
yep,
your
yep.
contain.
Three should be fitting downhill right outside of 70. Earl should be boxing the
And
insert guy.
really, what I want three to do here, what I'm
Is
coaching
just
him
take
to
it out.
do, I want him to take out right there. I want him hitting that knee right there, go low, and I want you to hit that knee and I want you to bury that.
Yeah, and if you do it right, you can actually take out both guys.
Yep.
I've
And
I've
then,
I've, I've did it. I've did. It sounds more difficult. I mean, it's more difficult done than said, but I've
yep,
did it before, and I know
yep,
it's possible. If you go be aggressive, you go straight through his. You go straight through his damn lower body. You're gonna go. You probably gonna put him in a lap of number two, and you're gonna leave 20-0 free with the back 2-on-1.
yep. And the thing is, 20 here, he's just looking.
Yep.
You've got your gaps covered in here. You've got help on this side. You treat this as your puller,
Yep.
and he should be right. He should be standing right about here right now, and then
Right,
he can
right,
hit
right
that
off of McCray's butt,
right
and
there.
Earl should be outside of
Earl
two.
should be right there.
Yep. Instead, he's inside. Edwin
Yep.
gets pushed out.
In this
Walk
ball
in
game.
touchdown. Game over with.
So there you go. We got through the big ones. But I mean, this is as bad as I've seen in a while. Uh, in terms of defense. I mean, it's as bad. This was almost as bad as some of the really bad stuff last year.
Yeah, this was bad. I watched this game, and I'm not gonna lie. I said I have to say something. I love my guys. I love my school. I don't want to call anybody out, but something has to happen.
Yeah.
You know, this is we got exposed against UVA. Miami came in, did the same thing. Pitt came in and did the same thing, and we got a very bad Stanford team, but that's a late night game, and we haven't got up to play anybody since Bama. So we need to come out and put it on their ass early,
Yeah.
and
The thing is,
and and
go
that's
ahead.
how that's the only way we can respond
The thing is, there's enough talent. There are talent deficiencies on this team without question.
for sure.
But there's enough talent on this team that there's not a game left on the schedule that they can't win.
I agree.
And the hard part is the only way that you can win some of those games is to play more basically like you did against Bama, which is going to require that level of playing clean and execution. I just haven't seen that level of clean play in terms of gap integrity since then. That wasn't a clean
Yeah.
game against Bama in the secondary then. There were plays to be made then. In the back
Yep.
seven, that
Like
was a
that,
bad game.
like that 4th and 2 where Ty Simpson kind of
He
threw
just
it into the
missed
ground.
it.
It was a couple of those actually, where
Yeah,
Ty Simpson just made a bad throw. I feel like if we got the Ty Simpson that we have at this point of the season, that
they probably lose
those
that game.
those are completions, and that game maybe looks different.
Yeah. So, uh, the thing is they're not going to play another team as good as Bama. I think Bama's actually I actually think Bama's better than Miami who
Yeah,
did beat you.
in my opinion, Bama is the best team in the country right now. Georgia's overrated, and as you know, I'm not ever gonna give Miami those props.
Yeah,
Let's call
I'm
them the
gonna say
best team in the nation.
right now of the teams that I've seen, I would go Bama one, uh, Ohio State two,
Oh, I forgot about Ohio State. Yep.
and Ohio State might be one. The question I have there is is the quarterback situation there. I'm not as confident in him as I am in Simpson at this point.
Right.
But Ohio State's receivers are ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So actually, I'm going to go Ohio
And,
State one, Bama
and
two.
and Ohio State has the best linebacking core in the country, in my
Yeah, and
opinion.
it's not close.
Yeah, it's like it's those boys are dogs.
Yeah, the one guy whose name is escaping me right now is the best backer in the country, and it's not even close. I mean, he's
Uh,
basically a safety with at 235.
those guys are real.
Yeah, so there, I would say Ohio State's one, Bama's two. Uh, might put Indiana
I
three.
gotta go UGA.
No, I don't think UGA's a top five team. They're not physical enough, and I think they've got
I
some.
agree.
I think they've got some holes in the running game on both sides.
I agree.
Um, so I would say maybe Indiana three. Uh,
Indiana looks really good. I'm not
yeah,
even
and
they look really good.
their quarterback is so good
And
that he
he
gives them a
has that
chance.
persona,
Yep.
you know.
So Indiana three, and then I think when OU is fully healthy again, I might have Oklahoma as the next best team in the SEC. I know they lost this week to Texas, but
Yeah, but
Oklahoma
Tears,
might be my
how many
guy.
days out of surgery? I think he's like 19
Thir
days,
he was less than
and
that. He
I
was two
had the
weeks out.
same exact surgery, but I don't play quarterback.
Yeah,
You know, and to coming in and playing in the Red River Rivalry, 19
yeah,
days after a hand surgery on your throwing arm, I
yeah,
just didn't expect him to be, you know, what he had been.
yeah.
But
But no, this is going to be one of those years where, it's super, a bunch of parity and a bunch of teams that can beat each other, and then it's going to be Ohio State and Alabama in the national title game, just like other years.
yeah, that's pretty much what it's looking like, and we don't have a bone to pick right now in this fight, and it
Nope.
sucks because 3 weeks ago we did.
And this team is not far from being a legit playoff team, honestly. But when you see the mistakes that they're making on defense, you can't be a playoff team and
You
doing this
can't be a
stuff.
playoff team making the mistakes that we're making.
No,
Getting out schemed, out coached like we've been. You can't be a playoff team.
no,
You can't
no.
be.
Well,
So
let's go ahead and wrap it. It's getting late,
yes,
but
sir.
yeah, this was fun. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording in a sec. But thanks, Dontavious. This was fun, and
No problem, man.
get a
Thank you for
chance to look
having me.
through that. Yep, we'll have to see if we can do this again, and then hopefully with a little bit more fun film. But I'll make sure you get a copy of this as well.
All right, yes, sir.
All right,
Appreciate you.
appreciate it.
All right, Jason.
Yep.